Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. It is the next weekend, and we're not done with our. We're not even close to done with our maintenance yet. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday night. We actually went and switched all the equipment around. So the VT is now off of the Magnum. That Magnum is now on the field cultivator. The 2294. The duals are completely put up on that. Now we got this tractor running to, like I explained last video, why we let our tractors run to warm up before they change the oil. That's exactly what we're doing with this. Is what we do with all of our tractors, not just the Magnum. So letting this warm up to get the oil nice and warm, and then we're going to shut it off and drain it. Hopefully this is the right one. There it goes. That drain until that bucket gets full, and then we'll start draining, do the bucket swap. Didn't spill a drop. Well, it's been a little while since I've picked up the camera. It's been, I don't know, like a hour or so or something like that. But we drained all the oil out. I could probably shut the valve off now. So one bucket's completely emptied, and we gotta empty out that bucket right there. And then we gotta put oil and filters and everything in this tractor, and then this thing should be all good to go. We got to start working on the planter here next. It's like its regular check over, greasing, and all that stuff. I think that's all this machine needs, really. That's getting the power washer back out again. We had it out here once before. He's getting it back out so we can wash this trailer. It's a aluminum 20-foot trailer here. It's got a lot of different cool features on it. Like, it's got lights, regular spare tires, some wider ramps so you can put like a tricycle tractor up on there. The fenders can get took off. The jack's really nice. You can roll it around without using the jack. It's really nice. This trailer it's like a Loom brand. It's some brand. It's a fully aluminum 20-foot trailer. It's a 8220H. For any of you guys know what the H means, comment down below, because I don't know what that means. And then it's got a lot of features on it. So the ramps are 2.5 feet to 3 feet wide on each ramp. So you could put like the narrow front older tractors, you could put them up there, or anything like that. You don't have to move the ramps like this one, where you gotta like move it side to side and hold them on the trailer. They just fold up right there, and you can just pin them, and then they're good to go. There's also electric brakes on it, which is really nice already. It took a little bit to figure that one out, but we got that all figured out, especially with that newer pickup. You can change, since it's electronic brakes, it kind of requires a newer pickup to make it work right. So really all you do is you just click how much pressure you want to put on, and like the pressure level for the trailer brakes, and then those brakes work. It handles the load really well. The fender, you can also take the fenders off if you need to put like a pallet or something right over the top of the tires. You can do that with just taking the fenders off. It's just a simple twist of two knobs, and you can take off those fenders. It's got lights all the way around it, which I think might be LED. They're really nice. Overall, it's like a 2021 or 2022 trailer, like little fold down stops. So when you go to load up something, since it's from the back and it's just like from the back hitch, when you go to load something, you might have, even if you have it locked, you might have the chance of the hitch bouncing off and breaking off the ball. And that's what those stops are for, is to stop it, and so it just sits on the ground. And because usually with that trailer we got a big block that fits perfectly with it, and all you got to do is just fold both those stops down and it works perfectly. Right now they don't work just because it's too much sitting at an angle, so once we get that more so drop hitch, it should level it out and we should be able to use those perfectly fine. But overall, it's a really nice trailer. I really like it. Did you shut the drain valve off there?
Find out here pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention another problem with this machine is that the pump doesn't work quite so good on it. I mean, it works, except when it's almost empty, and then it doesn't work anymore. Hope we were able to put the oil in the tractor. We had to lift up the barrel and get the oil from this unit. That little guy. Now we gotta change the filters. Smells pretty good in here. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and start it up so that the oil can all get flowing. But we gotta pull this choke out and let it crank for a little bit so the oil can get moving before we start it. That maybe was more like 3 seconds, but hush! Hush! Gonna need to clean the windows here. Oh my gosh, the camera can't even pick it up. It's horrible! Horrible! You enjoy this nice clean cab while it lasts, because it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last very long once spring starts. Mostly because of all the planting tools and the wrenches and everything for adjusting stuff. Back the planter and the tractor up out of the way, and then I gotta sweep up some of that oil dry, and then we're gonna get the cultivator and Magnum into here, grease, check tires, service the cultivator, make sure that thing's all ready to go. We'll park that over there, then we gotta get the planter back in here. So this should be fun. So, what I've done to this thing so far, Dad was changing elevator shanks, hose shanks. There's a lot of different names for them. But he was getting some new ones put on them because some of them were just getting kind of wore and smaller. This one's kind of on its way to getting there. It's pretty easy to change these things. All there is just 2 bolts on the inside. Right there, and then you put them, throw them through, and then you got new shanks on. So it's pretty easy to put those on. You put a few of those, only really the ones that actually need it. And all the tires are set, hopefully to the right air pressure. At least they should be. Well, now we got the planter unfolded in here. As you can see, all of it's 12 rows of glory. Now what we're gonna do is this thing is pretty much ready to go, except we're going to take off the meters and send them to a guy who is very good at his stuff and he knows what he's doing, to get the tensioner here, the brushes, everything all realigned, because that stuff eventually, it'll work for a while and then eventually get out of line. This is all, actually, none of this is stock. This is all precision planing. I call it E-set. You see that? Planners, but it's not really like any like technology. It's more like mechanical type of stuff. It works really good. But we're gonna get these things sent off. You were able to cram them into one tote there. It was really easy to get off. All we had to do was take the boxes off, unhook the air hoses for the air, and just unscrew these nuts right here, and then they just pulled right off, and that's all it really was to it. It wasn't very bad of a job. So that's starting to grease it now. Looking in here, seeing what you usually can't see without the boxes or anything on there, like the tension of the chains, the oiling of the chains, the row cleaners, the gauge wheels, you know, that kind of stuff. Making sure that none of the bearings or bushings or on the planer joints and everything, that none of the bearings or bushings are bad on it. So we're trying to figure out a leak, but if you can't tell, it's just a little leaky.
They'll just make a mess here, probably. There it goes. Make a mess.
It's just a little bit messy.
Probably not enough.
Yeah, you spilled on the concrete. How to do something like this and not make a mess? So I don't think
I'm really good at making messes.
You are really good at making messes. The reason why we have a whole bucket of oil dry and like 2 other full new bags of oil dried sitting and waiting ready for this person. Yeah. Well, I think comes the time of the video where I gotta say goodbye to you guys. It's been a pretty good day. Not quite as productive as the last video was, the last time we were working out here. But the cultivator's all, we got the planter, I think it's still being in the process of looked over. So really wasn't a horrible day. It's just, I just didn't feel quite as productive today as I did the other day before. But all we're gonna do is we're gonna put these 2 tractors away, and that's literally gonna be it. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video. I really do appreciate you guys for really cranking up the views and support in that last video. I really do greatly appreciate it. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you guys.